Hello and welcome. Welcome to my channel. How is everybody doing? Put something here. Why is it not going through? I put a message there, but it's all gray. I don't know if you can see it. Maybe it's strong. I'll try to do it again, see what happens. Maybe. I don't know what's going on. Trying to put a message here. There I am. There you are. There you are. Why is it not working? I don't know if you can see it. Put a message there, but it's not going through for some reason. Try it again. Oh well. Don't know why. Too long, maybe? All right. Well, basically, I just put it in a brief message here. Just want to let you know that anybody who comes out to come through tonight for somebody, just know that the message may be for yourself, and it can also include somebody else in the family. Sometimes it's called letters and postcard, where crooked here, where somebody will come through and you have to check with somebody else in the family because you don't remember something. Well, just know that because the message was meant for you and the other person. Could be sometimes a message comes through and it's more for more than one person. So I'm trying to say. Anyway. You see me. Okay, everybody here? What's going on here? Wonder if that's one up there. No. Hey, Carrie. Tiger's Eyes, Francis. Scribbled here. Okay. I'm trying to get rid of whatever it is that I have here that's stuck. Doesn't want to go anywhere. Doesn't do anything. I don't know. Oh, maybe there. Maybe this will work now. Nope, still don't want to work. Well, that's weird. Anyway, so yeah, this is just a quick message just to let you know that yes, there's life after death. But for private readings, you would have to text me or email me. I typed a message before I went live, and usually when I type something, it goes through and it doesn't want to. YouTube did some changes recently, and it's it takes a while getting used to it. How's Luna? She's good. She loves the snow. She loves the cold. Tomorrow I'm going to go get a new pair of gloves because the ones I have are not warm enough. And the fingertips were just so frozen yesterday because of Renault's. And I couldn't be outside with her too long. She's acting like a teenager now. She's had her, she was paid. And when she goes outside in the backyard loose, she doesn't want to come. Even if it's a treat. You'll get a snowball and you'll want to throw her a snow. She'll want the snowball as opposed to the treat. Got to get better treats. I didn't have the best ones out there. But anyways, long story short, she loves to play outside. She loves the cold. She went out today and I gave her a ride. It was snowing. Then it was raining and it's snowing again. She runs. Oh yeah, she runs all over the backyard. And the first couple of days ago, we didn't have snow, but she wanted to play in the backyard. So I let her play a little bit. But still, I mean, when she had her spaying, it takes 6 months to heal completely inside. And since she's a big dog, I don't want her to overdo. You just saw an orb there. So there's two. Okay. Oh, it's weird. But anyways, yeah. But she loves the cold. So I thought, oh, geez, I'm going to have to get a snowsuit to go play with her. I got to get better gloves. That's for sure. They're not the greatest. Yes, it takes 6 months after a female has been spayed because they've, took the uterus and everything out. It takes 6 months to completely heal inside. Now her where the cut was very, very small, and that's healed pretty well. It takes about 10 days and the incision is really nice. So yeah, yeah, yeah. Well, yesterday was a little cooler, right? And I was like, "Come on, do your business." Okay, now we're gonna go in. And yeah, she's like, catch me. And if I go to grab her, she'll just grab it, like my mitt or my coat, and like, no, 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 let's play, let's play. I mean, she's 11 months today. Today's December 7th. It's my mother in heaven, birthday. She would be 87 years old if she was alive. She passed away 13 and a half years ago. Yeah, it's never easy. What a day today. It's just, my head's been. So I've asked my angels and guides to come through, and I've also asked for the angels and guides of everybody that's come in to watch today, whether you've registered, subscribed or not. Yes, thank you. And so yeah, we'll see who's coming through. I had earlier, before I came downstairs, I had somebody saying Isabella. And I said, are you passed, or is this message for somebody who's going to be watching who's named Isabella? She really wasn't say, but I saw that this girl, it looks like a young woman, would have passed through a vehicle accident winter. I think she loved winter because she's shown me she's playing outside. I mean, she looks young. Um, so she wouldn't have been very old. I would say maybe in her 20s, but she looks younger than her age, is what she's trying to tell me. And this message was that wherever she is, she wants people to know that she's fine, she's okay, and she's at peace, and she's not in pain. So this is a common, message that comes across. When I do personal messages, of course, there's more information, especially if the person has a certain question that they want to find out, then there's more information comes through. But when she was alive, this person would have been very lively, loved the outdoors, very lively, loved this time of year. But it definitely was a car accident. So I don't know if anybody of you will relate to that, or like I said, somebody maybe that hasn't subscribed that's listening today or the recording later on. So, anyways, that's for that person. So here, I'm just going to see if there's somebody here. All right, Carrie, I have someone here for you. Big man. He said he was big. I don't think he was a gigantic man, but he comes across as, when they say they're a big person, they're very important, very loved, and he loved this time of year. I don't know if he played Santa or liked Santa. He's telling me something about like ho 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 this time of year. I don't know if he liked to play, like I said, Santa, or wanted to play, but a big enough man, very solid man, comes with a lot of love. And he says there's a gift coming to you. So I don't know if it's a spiritual gift or what it is, but I see the beautiful box. It's like a golden box with a red, ribbon. So maybe you'll have a gift this Christmas or something that in that kind of wrapping. I'm not sure, but he's giving you a gift. So um, definitely connected with you, Carrie. And he's got an A. Connected to A, like Alpha or something with an A, or connection to somebody. I don't know if you have a brother or somebody else that has an A name, but that's for you. Your uncle Bart. Okay, yeah, connected with an A. Yeah, and he goes ho ho ho, and he had a different type of sense of humor, very loving, comes across as very like jolly, very nice person. And he used to say, "Tell them now. I'm saying the same thing. Not to worry about me. I'm fine." I was, when he was alive, he used to tell people all the time, "Don't worry about me. Like I'm fine. I'm fine." He's saying the same thing. So he's, where he is, he's busy, and he's talking about actually a bear. I see a polar bear. So I don't know if he'd like to carve wood or love those kind of structures, but I see him and it's almost like he's carving something. So maybe he had some of this artistic side, but definitely a bear. And then I saw a polar bear. So yeah. So I have now a lady that's coming through, and she would have been fairly loud. she's making quite the entrance, and I believe that's for you, Carrie, as well. But I don't know if it's like a mother or stepmother, female, and she's coming through with like, I'm here, like, ta-da, a big entrance. Very kind person. Would give the shirt off her back if somebody needed help. She was there. Life of the party. Um, Near the end, I think she covered up some stuff with her in regards to her health. I don't think she was feeling well, but sometimes I think she was kind of slipping out of reality, kind of here and hiding stuff, trying to be sneaky about certain things. She didn't want people. She was very proud of herself and her health, and didn't want people to know what was going on really behind. So, yeah. Hi, Lynn. So, yeah. I had somebody come through yesterday. I was asking something. I got the name Ella, so I don't know if anybody's kind of got a connection with Ella, but it had a special meaning for me. I don't know anybody. Well, there's one person I think is part of a name, but never met her myself. But there was definitely Ella around here yesterday. So just to say, care about your mom? Could be. I don't know. I don't know your mom. Never met her, so if it is your mom, she's saying, it's like she's saying, keep on rocking. She's like, party type of thing, like keep on rocking. She loved music. Maybe she loved to dance. I don't know. Yeah, very nice. Very nice. But she does come to you quite often, actually. And she's going to be beside the Christmas tree. So if you have your tree up, you should definitely look to if you're looking straight at the tree, look to your right. So the left of the tree, she's going to be standing there. So she's appearing there. And she's showing me a picture. It was like, this would have been maybe a picture from like the 50s of this little girl. I don't know if that's a picture of you here, about here. Showing me this picture, or if you look a lot like her. But anyway, she's showing this particular picture, and she's saying she'll be standing beside the tree. So, oh, don't cry. Don't mean to make you cry. But yeah, she's definitely here with you. Okay, I'm just gonna leave that with you and say God bless. Len, I have someone here for you. I don't know if that's relative. He's coming here. He speaks very eloquently, and he's saying something like, I'm an old fella. That's how he's presenting himself. I'm an old fella. And very loving. Standing, I don't know how tall. He stands tall, but he's not 6 feet tall. That's for sure. I can see that it's hard to say when they're passing. They're showing me, could be anywhere from 5'7" to 5'10", maybe. Very proud, but he says, like, I'm an old fella. And instead of saying fellow or fella, that's how he's coming across. Very gentle, very caring. And I feel that before he passed, he's making me feel like he either had some problem with his breath. It's like it's all here. And I don't know if he couldn't catch his words anymore. And he's losing his voice. He said he was heard, even though he couldn't say certain things. It's like everybody around him were connected, and they just knew what he wanted to say. So, and he's talking about 1958. Now, 1958 can mean an important milestone in your life, Lan, or in his life. he does come around you, and I'm asking him if he's, father figure, and he's very quiet when it comes to personal things. He doesn't want to share some things. I have to try to pull some information from him. But he's talking the significance with 1958. I don't know if he got a car that year that was significant. There's a significant event, something with 1958. And he comes around you a lot. And a lot of times, Len, when you're home by yourself, you're doing something and you get like a chill, but you're not cold, but it's like your whole body, just upper body, shoulder, a little bit in back. That's him around you. And he comes around and kind of puts his arms around you. I do feel he's your father. I asked him again, are you your father? Because at first I didn't feel it was, but I think he is. Um, and I asked him if he's got a specific message for you, and he's very proud of you, and he says, you know that, but he's grateful for you. He was grateful for you. So there must have been such a special bond between the two of you that you can relate to. So, yeah. Okay. John 56. There's somebody that came through, I figured, a male, and he's saying something about Maximilian, or I don't know if this is something to do with a movie or somebody's name. I'm not sure, but he's coming and he's very vocal and very strong. He says something about Maximilian, whatever that means for you. He's around you. He says he sees you when you're stressing, you're overthinking things, and I guess he comes around you because he used to be the same. So he doesn't want you to overstress, overthink. Um, I guess he's trying to tell me that you're a perfectionist, so it's understandable. You want things, everything to be, orderly and everything to be perfect, but we don't live in a perfect world. Do the best you can. You're doing great. And he's saying something about like you're doing great, kiddo, or something like that. So, but he's coming to you, and he does say Jen, so that's definitely for you. I He's saying something about a brother. So if you have a brother, he said something about Jensen and bro. If you have a brother, he's saying something to do. He's calling him bro, but it's like he's trying to reach him on the other side, and he hears him, and he says that your brother sometimes may feel like his ears are full, like they're full. It's like a sound, but there's no sound. It just feels like they're full, and it's him trying to communicate something to him. He's trying to get through to him. Um, just tell your brother if you want to hear from dad. Tell him to download it fast, down in a dream, because I do feel that it almost feels like a pressure, but there's nothing wrong with his ears, and he's trying to come through to him. Okay. Yeah, he's basically saying if you keep scratching your head all the time, it's not doing anything. So stop doing that. He's being pretty funny. He says he wasn't always funny when he was here. You would say he tries to be. His sense of humor was a little different. No, not everybody knew how to take him, but um, he had this very serious side, so people weren't sure sometimes if he was joking or being serious. I keep asking if somebody's here for D. I keep getting, yes, D. Lynn. D. Lynn. I don't know if there's a lady coming through, and all I keep hearing is mama, 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 mama. Just keep saying that over and over. Let me see who it is for. And now she's saying mama. So little girl. Um, okay, this lady would have probably started having maybe some dementia or something before she passed, because that's all she kept saying or hearing, and kind of related going back to early childhood. I'm trying to find out who it's for. If I don't get who it's for, whoever's listening, maybe it's not somebody I can see the name, but definitely whoever was always saying little girl, or mama, mama, it definitely for you. This message is for you. She's fine. At her funeral, she was there. She saw the people that were there. There wasn't a humongous amount of people. There was a good amount of people. She was there in the back corner on the left, and she was there, and she saw everybody that was there, and she's pain-free. It was her time to go. She would have liked to stay a little longer, but it was her time to go, and she accepted that at the beginning. I guess maybe of an illness or something. She didn't really thought she had a little more time, but that's she's gone now. Perhaps, Jen, and it could be something that you may also talk with somebody else about, and you're just going to say something, and it's going to maybe also resonate with them. Sometimes the message comes through for you to give to someone else, so maybe that'll be that as well. Yeah. Yeah. There's someone that's watching that a lot of times feel like someone in their home is putting a hand on their shoulder, on their left shoulder. It feels like, and it's a man's hand. They just feel like it's being weighed down, but there's nobody around them. They're alone. There's nobody around. Um, and this is an ancestor. It's a loved one trying to get a name or what the person looked like and who it's for. I'm not getting the name who it's for. They're saying they know who it's for. So whoever's listening, they know the message for them. He's not giving me a name. He says that they know. They know the message is for them, and they know who it is. So not to worry. Yeah. Maybe there's another Jen that's listening as well. Who knows? Yeah. I don't know what that is. Oh, boss. Okay. Cousin passed. I just went to a funeral. Oh, okay. All right. So I was wondering why somebody said boss, and I thought, who's boss? Okay. So that was, yeah, that was her. Yeah. Yeah. Some people say sometimes it takes a long time for them to come through. Uh, I don't have that kind of experience. For me, usually people it's pretty fast. I see them right away. So, Yeah. Let's see who else is coming through. I feel whoever is watching that it feels an immense, maybe they're French too. I'm not sure. I'm trying to say two words at the same time, two languages at the same time. An immense pressure on the left side of the face. I don't know if it's mother or grandmother. Okay, probably heart condition. Would have passed of natural cause, like the heart, not very, very old, but in their 70s, but led a very tough, hard life. And I saw like younger and then like could be grandmother and passed of natural or the heart, just gave. Would have been, I don't think this lady was very tall, very elegant. Could have been, have some French or Irish, definitely European, always upright. Could have been religious. There's a religious aspect to it. Maybe not all her life, but at the end. Okay, definitely an E connection. So her name could have started with an E, or she's connected to people. Could be grandchildren, daughters, could be a man connected to somebody with the initial E. Definitely. Yeah, your cousin just passed. Yeah, sorry to hear about that. Yeah, I had an aunt who was 92, lived a very good life. Not always easy, but I mean, very religious. She passed away a couple days ago as well. It's never easy, especially around this time of year. There's no right time, It's not easy. And my sister has someone who's in the hospital who had a massive stroke, and she's only 60. She's 60. She just turned 60. Yeah, yeah. So that's fairly young. But anyways, in Florida. So at this point in time, it's critical. So, but yeah, yeah, it's not easy. Anybody who has a Robert that passed away, I'm getting the name Robert. I'm not sure if it's the same woman that comes because her energy kind of faded and I have this other energy coming. In this week, the energy is not very strong, but she talks about Robert. So I don't know if she's saying she's kind of had the connection with Robert or that Robert's still alive or somebody who's passed that's named Robert. She's talking about a Robert. I know my husband's name is Robert, but it's not a relative of his. Then again, it could be because definitely, before she passed, you can come through to me another time because if it's a message from my husband, I can give that to him later. Oh, yeah, okay, yeah, and she has an E in her name, so she wants to leave a message for my hubby, so I'll tell him later. Francis, I have somebody for you here. This is female, and she's got super high energy. She comes across like saying your name, and she's kind of hyper. Um, She says she wasn't always like that, but she comes across speaking very clearly, high energy. And I guess near the end, she wasn't as energetic, but she said she wasn't always like that. Um, and I get a name like Carol, so I don't know, Francis, if you have a friend or a sister, somebody. I'm also getting a name of Carol, or sounds like Carol. Could be a friend. Your daughter's dad name is Robert. I'm just looking at that. Okay. Oh, see what I mean? All this, yeah, it's all connected. And I have a Robert, that's a husband, and his stepmom had an E. So it's all connected. Yeah. So Francis, yes, this definitely is a woman, high energetic. I don't know if you're still, if you're listening, but, and she has a connection with somebody named Carol, or sounds like Carol. And again, it could be first name, middle name, or last name. You never, I don't know if her name is Carol. She's just mentioning that. But she comes across high energy. Um, she's busy on the other side. So I don't know what she did on Earth, but on the other side, she keeps busy. I feel that she's going out and helping people, and anybody and everybody that needs something, she's there. So she must have been a wonderful, like, served humanity really well, helped a lot of people here, and she's continuing to do that on the other side. Okay, just want you to know. Your aunt? Ah, okay. Yeah, she's got so much energy, that woman. It's amazing. You want to be around people like that, They help you, like, giddy up and go. Yeah. Yeah. She was wonderful. Good, good, good. Well, she's still busy. She hasn't stopped. She hasn't stopped. If anybody else wants to come through. You're welcome, Francis. You're welcome. Gen 56, Marge. Marge passed away for a while. Okay. I'm just asking my guide if he can, bring her through. Okay. So Marge is saying, like, before she passed, like, she felt like her eyes got big, and she felt a blow, like almost heat. It was a tremendous amount of heat here, and that was it. There was like no pain, no. It was quick. Um, didn't have time, like, to think or anything. It was really, really quick. And she's saying that although when she realized she had passed, she was a bit. It wasn't a little bit shocked, but a little bit like upset. But she says now that she can do things that she couldn't do while she was alive. And she's showing me, going back and back in the 19, I don't know, 40s, 50s, but she's showing me something that some type of craft that she could do, like the spinning wheel and stuff like that. So very like artisan and stuff like that. So she's going to go and do stuff that she's always wanted to do, but couldn't either finish or didn't get a chance to do. So I hope that makes sense for you. Yeah, she's at peace. She's finding things to keep busy to do. Like I said, it's like artisan stuff. I remember the spinning wheel back in the day. They used to do stuff with yarn. And I feel that whatever it is that she wants to do, she wants to be creative and doing some art. Um, that's what she's focusing on doing. So that, I think, brings her tremendous peace. And she's talking about 5. So I don't know if she left 5. I don't know, there was 5 in her family, but she's talking about 5. So I don't know if that's kids, husband, and she's talking about if the family was 5. She's talking about number 5. Number 5 is also changes, but she's talking about something about 5. Yeah, 5 months, but I think she's also mentioning something about like 5 in the family. There were 5 or 5's left or something with 5. Yeah, the best thing you can do when someone passes, I like to light candles personally. I'll light a candle for them, and I talk to them, and it brings peace, and they hear you. They hear everything you say, and you can even ask her, to help you. How can you move on? It's let yourself grieve. Let yourself, whatever, how long it takes. Keep her memory alive. And know it's only the vessel, the body that's gone, right? Keep some of the stuff for her alive. I mean, talk to her. That's the best thing I suggest, is to talk to them out loud. I miss you. I love you. Yeah, it does help. It does. 5 is your lucky number, 56. So that's why she said number 5. But yeah, it does help. And they say it does get easier, but sometimes it is. Some days you're busy and it's not as bad, and other times you sit down for a minute to breathe, and you think about them, and it still hurts. It always will. I mean, but their essence, like when their bodies go and their soul is here, their energy, their essence is still around us. Especially if you live near them and if you interact with some of the family members. I mean, their essence is still here, and it's the physical that we miss. So it's definitely not easy. Yeah. Oh yeah. I mean, 13 years, 13 and a half years. My mom passed away July 30th. And today was tough. I was thinking about maybe changing the time tonight. I was going to do tomorrow. And I thought, no, I think I can, I honored her. It's her birthday. Um, you know, so not much we can do. She's on the other side with her family, with all her brothers and sisters and parents. All of them. They're all together. That's, comforting. She's not alone up there, right? Yeah. Yeah. Why not? Sure. Yeah. And she hears you. They do. They do hear you. Yeah. I'm asking for D. I know you're probably watching, and I feel that your father, your brother, they're around. They're not saying much tonight. Maybe they'll have more on Wednesday, or I'm not sure. Yeah. Oh, you're welcome, Jenny. 10. Yeah, it's quieted down for now. I think right at the beginning I saw a couple of orders, but it's been quiet. Here I've had animals come around. I think my 2 boxers, probably Willow and Tyson, were in bed the other day. My husband went to bed, and he said there's definitely a big dog jumping on the bed, and Luna was with me here. So the other night I went to bed, and It was a cat, but it wasn't my cat. So one of the cats that had passed. It wasn't Merlin. Yeah, Merlin's funny. The past few days, he comes and jumps here, and I'm like, do you want to do the reading? What are you doing? Just jumps on my laptop. Funny kitty. It's a funny kitty. Yeah, I'm not getting anyone else right now. So, yeah, that was cute. Yeah. Yeah, that's all I'm getting for tonight. So, the day she passed, you were right in front of her. Wow. So, yeah, it's amazing sometimes what, even if it's sudden or something, what can happen, what we remember, what we see, because if something happened suddenly, like she didn't feel anything and she put a smile on, she knew she was going home. That's our real home on the other side. So she knew. Yeah. No, it's amazing. You know. Yeah, possibly. Oh, yeah, for sure. Yes, Jen, somebody did. Yes. A male figure. Yeah, the animals, if you have animals and they pass, they come around. They come around as well. Absolutely. I mean, mine do. They do. They come around. And the other day in the living room, my cat's food is in the kitchen, and I could hear him nibbling the dry kibble. He's got wet and dry, but my cat was in the living room with me. So either my white cat that I had or my black cat, one of them was down here eating because it was so quiet in the house. It was just myself and the animals. Um, and you could hear, the stainless steel bowl and eating it. So yeah, there's been a lot of activity. Tiger's Eye, no, I'm asking for D. I asked for Lynn. Let me see. I'll ask again because I wrote everybody's name so I can ask my guide if he's got anybody else that's coming through. Um, hmm. When I ask for someone to come for you, Tiger's Eye, I hear a voice. I don't see anybody right now, but I hear a voice in this. They're talking about area 44. I don't know what that means. Area 44. I think it's a male. I know somebody that is in the army or something. It almost makes you feel like, you hear of Area 51 and he's saying Area 44. I think there's such a thing. I'd have to Google it. But I do feel it's somebody who's been in the army or something. Male, good looking. He puts a smile on his face, anyways. Um, I asked for a name. I'm getting something like Edward or Eddie or something. So again, it could be their name, their first, middle, or last name. It could be somebody else's name that they're in a connection with. It could be a member of the family or a friend, but there's a connection with this Edward. Sometimes it could be somebody's child that's that name, but there's a connection between him that's coming through for you, Tiger's Eye, that what he's saying, and that name. Okay, could have been the Navy. I always get confused Canada and the Marine or Navy because I do see like a white, yeah, like a white hat, so it's definitely not Army unless he was higher up. I'm not sure. Very handsome young man. I don't know if he was born in 56. He's talking about 56. And last time I said 56 had to do with Jenny, but he's talking about that. That's the number. It could be a year, it could be a number of a house, an important number, of course. So, Tiger's Eye, I don't know if that makes sense to you, but he does come around you, okay? And he's talking about homemade bread, and he says he loves the way you butter your bread. Talking about food, you're gonna make me hungry. Um, it's almost like it's just putting a lot of butter on it. Like he's got a bit of sense of humor. I'm asking if he's got a particular message. Yeah, yes, butter my bread. Yeah, he's like lots of butter. It's okay. I like that too. But so he sees you when you do that. I'm just trying to get something else from him. He's very charming, very very charming. Definitely family. I'm trying to see if he's a brother or a father or, and I'm not getting any name. Yeah. French name Kenny. I asked, "Is your name Kenny?" He says, "What? Like Kenny Rogers?" He's like, this guy's got a wonderful sense of humor, like very charming, very handsome, and who doesn't like a guy in uniform? Come on, I do. No, he's very, very good-looking guy, very polite. Of course, they are. You know, um, I'm still because the when I see him when he comes to me, I see him. He looks in his maybe 30s. And a lot of times when people, somebody who's, past a lot older, they come back and show themselves as what they are now. They look like in their 30s. So I'm asking, are you her dad? Are you a brother? Like, I know he's part of the family, but I'm not getting any more. Yes, man in uniform. Love him. He's laughing. He hears us. Wish I could have, if I had a picture, or somebody had a picture and say, hey, is that him? Yeah, that's him. Um, I do think his name is Kenny. He's not saying he said like Kenny Rogers, but yeah, I think so. Yeah. Yeah, but he definitely is around you, especially you butter your bread. I guess when he was alive, he did the same way. So, but he does come around. He taps you on the head, like not in the middle here, kind of, but a little more in the back. Sometimes you'll feel like just a little something, not really itchy, but there's something, and he just kind of puts his thumb there, his thumb or his index finger or something, puts it there. He does come around you, and he likes the color orange. I don't know if you like the color orange. He's talking about the color orange, and orange is a wonderful, wonderful color. Um, you felt it the other day, yeah. You think it's your dad, yeah. Oh, his birthday was October 11th. Yeah, makes sense. Yeah, very charming, very charming. But on the other side, he's basically really taking it easy. He's living a life out in nature. He's not doing anything particularly, just kind of, I don't know, like paradise, you know. He earned his orange for fall. Yeah. He definitely is kind of vacationing. He's relaxing. He's not doing anything in particular. I mean, if he wants to do something, goes up and does it. But he's chilling. Yeah. Yeah. It's pretty good. It's your mom's birthday, October 11th. I have a niece, October 10th. Yeah. Yeah, that's it for now. I'm not getting too much of, it's kind of quiet down a little bit. Yeah, I mean, of course, if you wanted a full reading, just let me know. My email is in the profile. I tried to put something here, but it's just not going through for some reason. I don't know why. Maybe it's too long of a message. I don't know. I'll try to delete everything here. Try to put in a message before I started, and I didn't want to go through for some reason. He had a rough, yeah. Well, that's why he's deserving of, taking a little bit of a time to relax, right? And now it goes through. Trying to put something else through, it won't go through. Yeah, not easy for sure, for sure. Well, hope you enjoyed this. I'm gonna do this sometime, time to time, and then we'll see. Was I a child when I noticed it could communicate? It didn't scare me, and yes, I I remember at my grandma's house, I was upstairs playing. I don't know where. I guess there was dolls. I know I was sitting on the floor with some toys, between maybe four, and I remember some things around 4 years old, but it was between 4 and 6, I would think, probably younger. I don't think I was in school yet. And I remember my mom coming up and like saying, "Who you talking to?" And I said who I was talking to, and I don't remember what her reply was, but I remember her again. It wasn't the first time she asked me, "Who you talking to?" There's nobody here. And then I realized, even at that age, I said, "Talking to myself," because I didn't know what to say to her because she said there was nobody there, but I didn't know how to respond to that because I was obviously seeing somebody and talking to them. So, and then it went kind of shush. And as I got, older, went to religious, Catholic school, and probably told not to mention certain things. It was kind of quiet for a long time, to the point where I knew that I was different, and I knew that I could do things and could heal from the age of 16. I could do healing on people. Um, I always had a straight communication with source. So, but it wasn't until later on somebody said to me, "Well, you're a medium." And I'm like, I thought I'm also a seer, because I do see people that I've never met that are alive, and mediums see people who died. So, yeah. I always, for a long time, I thought, I want to meet somebody else like me. There's got to be. I'm not the only one. There's got to be some people like me. My mom didn't want to talk too much about it. It was like taboo. And my grandmother didn't want to say too much about it. My grandfather was very helpful, and spiritually taught me a lot of things, but never came out and said, "Okay, that's what we do." And then it was my uncles who told me about my grandmother being a rescue medium. They didn't call her that. They said she saves souls. Souls come to her. They come around the house outside, and we go in and we say, "Mom," and she comes out, and she releases them, and they come to her in a ball of fire. And I thought, oh, that's interesting. And ever since I was very young, I've always been interested in, astrology, and wanting to know more about who I am and what I am, and people, in general. So it always intrigued me, and, questing and searching about old religions. I'd like to see the very, very first, whatever it was, religion or not religion, pagan, whatever. Find out, their beliefs and what they did, and learn about different things. I've always knew about angels from a very young age. Especially Archangel Gabriel was mentioned a lot. So yeah, yeah. Was I afraid? No, 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 no. I remember I was a very young teen, and my uncle passed away, and I wasn't too sure how to react to that. And my mom said, go to the coffin, take your hand. And she took my hand, she put it on his, and she said to ask him to take my fear away. I was very young. I think I was just 10 or 11. I can't remember. Must have been 9, maybe. Anyway, and I had a dream about him almost every night for like 3 years. And she said, oh, he needs prayers. He needs prayers. So I kept praying for him. And my grandma always said, be afraid of the living. Don't be afraid of the dead. Dead can't harm you. The living, well, as well as I do. Yeah, yeah. Well, I felt like people really didn't understand me. I mean, I remember when I was about 16, I was with a group of other ladies, older than me, sitting at a table, they were having coffee or whatever. And it was like family, but outside, like friends of family. And they were discussing stuff. And I don't know, start conversing with them. And they looked at me like, how do you know, number one? Where do you get this information? And I'm like, I thought, well, it's common sense. To me, it was common sense. But they were like, they didn't know. And I didn't know I was channeling things. So when it came to go public, I knew I was going to go public in, I think it was 1997. I was going to go public. I did things for, friends and family. And I didn't want to. And I knew that my guides told me I would. And I said, okay, if I'm going to channel, I want to be awake. I want to be aware of the gist of what I'm saying. I don't have to remember everything. I'd be going crazy. So I do channel, but I don't go in a trance. I've seen people go in a trance and they need somebody there to come bring them out. And I don't like that. I don't want to be dependent on somebody saying, because if you go in a trance, they need somebody to bring you back out of that trance, because it's very, you're drained at that point. And when you go into a trance. So anyways, and I've helped people come out of a trance, and I didn't want that. So, yeah. I have an idea, Jen. Yeah, Jen 56. Yes. Yeah, I do. I do know. Yeah, I have back, I'm trying to think, I think it was 97 again. I had 2 visions, one in a church and one outside of a church. Actually, I was driving. And then I asked the priest in my parish what it meant. And he told me, and I said, okay, you're telling me this is that, but what does that mean? He says, you'll know when it's time. So, okay. But that was years ago. How do you know if you're a channel? You know because your voice changes. Well, it's an agreement. You have to tell your guides you're ready for it, that you're ready. Because if you're meant to be a channel and you don't agree to it, then you won't be. So you have to give them permission to assist you, because you can't do it by yourself. You're channeling your spirit guide, or sometimes guides. So I told my guides when it was time that it's okay, but I want to do it. Still being awake and aware of some gist of what I'm saying. So when I channel, it's me speaking. My voice can change. Some people tell me my voice changes. I'll say things that sometimes words will come out that's not in my vocabulary. I did a reading one time, and the lady was Native, and I said to her, I had that whoever I was channeling, I sensed something in her language. So I said, I'm just going to repeat what they're telling me. I have no idea what it means. So I said it to her, and she understood what it meant. I can't, you can't make this up. I mean, it comes through, right? So I'm just a messenger. That's all I am. I just give the message that comes through to me. And when you're willing to work with spirit, they will bring you to people that will be at kind of your level, where you'll have the knowledge to transmit the message. You don't have to know exactly what the message means. That's not my job. My job is to give the message. I can help somebody say, well, he's saying this, that could be a year, could be a date, could be, but I'm not here to tell you exactly, okay, this has to be that. That means that. It can be, but it can also mean something else. So you're just words or phrases, you come out with stuff that you don't even know that you're saying it, but it's coming out. A lot of times when I channeled in a spiritual church, there was a lot of people, and I was channeling. At one point, somebody said to me, "Speak louder, can't hear you," because my voice was, I guess, I was channeling this young lady, was very soft spoken, and was very, very low, so my voice can change. Yeah. Yes, Kristen. Yeah. No, when you have downloads, they're super fast. Sometimes they're loud. You can ask them to tone it down. And downloads are a lot of information, so much information that if it would take a long time to give you that information, so it's downloaded super fast. But when you need it, whether you need it in a week, a couple of days, or a month, it's there and it'll come. It'll come out. Think of it as like we're being fed this information, and when we need to utilize it, it comes out. But they can't give it to us like I'm speaking to you, because first of all, we'd be here for probably months and months and months just getting a little bit of the gist of the download. It's downloaded super fast. Yeah. Yeah. And you can ask your guide too, like talk to your guide, right? You can ask your guide. Yeah. First time you're here, well, welcome, Kristen. Welcome. Every Saturday night I do something. Yeah, it's like a movie playing fast forward. At the beginning, it's like when I started meditating at first, right? And I teach meditation now, and I teach spiritual development. But it was like that. Sometimes it would be like zoom, 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 so fast, like whoa, 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 slow down. But you gotta make you gotta build a friendship, a partnership, or a relationship with your guide. And if you don't know the name of your guide, you can ask through meditation, and if you still don't get a name, sometimes their names are complicated and difficult to pronounce. So you can say, you know what, I'm going to call you whatever first name that comes to your mind, whether it's a male or female name, you give them that name. And then you can ask them, okay, once a week or once every day or around this time, this is my time. I work all day. This is my time. Then I'll sit and chat with you. You build a relationship like you would with a friend. And once you work with your guide, it's very important to trust your guide 100%. If you don't trust your guide, then it won't work very well. So you have to trust your guide. It's all out of control. Keep asking for guidance and ask to have it slowed down. Okay. You can sit in quiet, you can meditate, or just sit in quiet, talk to your guide. Like I said, say, you know, I know you're showing me this, but you need to slow it down. I can't, it's too fast. And it will. At the beginning, it is super fast. It's like a fast reel, but it will eventually slow down. But you got to work with them, because the guide's trying to help you. He's at this energy and you're at this energy, and the energies have to be kind of feel you're both at the same. So he's got to bring his energy here. You got to bring it here. So it's like a radio frequency, right? When you turn, I don't know if you're as old as I am, but back in the day when you had certain radios, the ones in the car now, you push a button, it's there. But trying to find a radio frequency, and it's like, you hear that? Well, you got to fine tune that. I got to fine tune my frequency with my guide and the people that I channel. You got to fine tune it, and it takes time. It's not overnight. Okay, and you got to trust. Yeah, you got to trust. All right. But I will see you guys hopefully next Saturday is my daughter's birthday's coming up. Today was my mom. Next Saturday is the 14th. Yeah, so we're good. Can't believe a couple of weeks from now it's gonna be Christmas. So next Saturday I will be here. I don't know if I'll do mediumship. I might pull some oracle cards or tarot. I'm not sure. My guide will let me know what I'm gonna do. So until then, have a great week. Have a great day tomorrow. Have a great week, and we'll see you next Saturday. You're very welcome. Bye, everyone. Thank you for watching. Take care.